some more.
What's up, guys? This is Infernal Shard 1 for the win. So, as I've already told you, we were going to change some things up on this YouTube channel, and just a couple of days ago, I finally got my little camera. So, the little camera that I got is an HD 1080p Pro webcam, and it just sits on top of my monitor, and we're going to get 1080p at 30 frames a second. So, but anyway, there's something that's going on right now, especially with PlayStation. And PlayStation fans are a little bit worried, including myself. But it is due to the fact that there's a little battery that's inside of a PlayStation 4, and this is even what's going to happen even with the PS5 in the future, and then also the same thing can happen with PS3. But with the PlayStation 4, if that battery ends up dying, your PS4 is completely done. Like, you don't have access to your digital games or your physical games at all. And also, something else is a little bit odd also when it comes to the network of trophies, and then at the same time you're not going to have access to your digital games if something goes wrong with the online in the future, which there is a rumor right now. Still, Sony has not confirmed yet. Rather, if not, if the PlayStation 3 and Vita and PSP are going to get shut down, but you can almost guarantee that it's going to really happen. I mean, they're older consoles. The PS3 especially has been out since 2006. So it's going to be turning 15 years old this coming up October. So, yeah. But if we don't have access to our digital games by the time that hits, I mean, you can already see, well, wrong spot, but you can already see that right down there I got quite a bit of PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 games. But if it turns out that when the PS3, especially that, I don't have a PSP and I don't have definitely a PS Vita, but if the PlayStation 3 store does die and we don't have access to none of our digital content, even though I've only got like roughly just a few games, but still I bought them, I should still have access to them. And if it turns out that we don't have access to our games or anything like that, you know what's going to happen? I mean, right back there, I'm going straight back to physical copies for mainly PlayStation 5. Now, it's a little bit different with the Xbox consoles because Xbox has been heavily on backward compatibility. You can play like almost like half of those 360 games that I technically own. I can already play them on my Xbox One or my Series X, and so like, and they're staying focused heavily on it. So as we go into the future, all of our games will almost pretty much come alongside with us. And that doesn't, I'm not as much concerned with Xbox because all of my games are going to go with me whenever we get new Xbox consoles coming out here on out. But PlayStation, it's just a little bit odd because especially they don't want to do backwards compatibility, and it just really is nuts. Like, PlayStation thinks, especially Jim Ryan, and I'm sure most of you are going to agree, that Jim Ryan shouldn't even run for PlayStation anymore because he's just like, oh, why would anybody play these old games, especially like right there where you see all those PS2 games. Oh, these games look bad. Look at the graphics. How in the heck would they be able to play? Like, why would anybody play this? And what Jim Ryan literally does not understand is we bought those games. They're games that are still really popular. Like, actually, I'll actually grab one right now that I still love to this day, and I still would love to have access to it. So, hold on for a second. Alright, so this is like one of my top like 2-3 favorite video games of all time, and it was for the PlayStation 2, and this is the game right here. Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. This game is only for Nintendo GameCube, original Xbox, and PlayStation 2. This is definitely a game that I would love to have access to on a new console and see much more sharp visuals and smooth frame rate. Like, if this game plays at like 30 FPS, but then make sure that like it plays a consistent, steady 30 FPS, like this would be amazing. This is not the only game. There's others that I have, especially for the PS2. But this is definitely one game that I would still love to have access to, especially on newer hardware. So, yeah, Jim Ryan, there is quite a bit of people out there that do like older games, and especially me that loves this game to death, and is like one of my all-time favorite video games ever created on this world. This game literally kicks ass. Like, no joke. So, yeah, there is people that still want backwards compatibility, Jim Ryan, and you're going to have to eventually get it through your thick skull, and you're going to sometimes eventually are going to have to do it, because that's what fans want. We don't want to buy all of these games that we especially spend our hard-earned money on, like right here, as I'm trying to point. All of these games that we spent our hard-earned money on, we would love to still have access to them, so that way we didn't get scammed over or screwed or anything like that. Which I'm sure most of you are going to most likely agree. But, yeah. So, this is definitely a game that I would honestly love to have access to. So, but that pretty much does it for my very first webcam video. So, here on out, once I upload the video and I see the video plays pretty good, this is what we're going to start doing a little bit more as YouTube channel stuff. We'll still broadcast like games and do what we normally do, but after we got the camera, and if this works out, we're going to start doing a lot more YouTube videos just like this, and from here on out. But anyway, that pretty much does it for the video today. So hit a like, comment down below, subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next video. This is Infernal Shard 1 for the win, signing out.